Hey guys, today we're going to test some dollar store finds to see how they work as resin pigments. Well, the glitter isn't really pigment, just kind of an additive, but this was eyeshadow, and the eyeshadow looks like it's got some of that mica powder in it, sort of like my eBay mica powder finds video. And I'm not quite sure how we're gonna get the eyeshadow out of this, but I'm assuming that we can probably just use a toothpick or something to dig out a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. So it'll be an experiment. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up some resin, and today I think I'm gonna use the Alumalite slow resin. It's only got a 12-minute work time, so we'll have to work kind of fast or do it in batches. But I think it'll be easy to work with because it's not so thick. So we won't do every color, but we'll kind of get a general idea how much it will take of this to color the resin. So I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll just get a small amount on the toothpick, see how that goes. So very little effect. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a good amount of this in there. So you can kind of see how much I used. We'll see how well that colors the pigment, or colors the resin. As you can probably tell, it does look a lot like the eBay mica powders. And then the next one I'm gonna do, well, let's do about half of one of these cells and see how that goes. The stuff does come out of there pretty easily. You can see I used, for this one, I'm using about half of one of the cells. It comes out pretty easy. It does seem to break up in the resin pretty easily. Sort of like adding a powder, but just like a condensed powder, I guess. Okay. I think half is more appropriate, so let's try half of this lighter colored one here. And I'm just mixing until I can no longer see chunks looking through the side of the little dispenser here. Little cup. And just to show you what the pinkish one looks like. I want to go for one of these brown colors. I'll go for this more golden one. Where these are smaller, I wonder if half is going to be enough. How about this one? We just use all of it. And hopefully I get some inside the cup rather than all over the place. And this was sort of a maybe a golden brown color. And I think for the next one I'll do, well, I'll do one of these here. I'm not really even sure what kind of colors those are, but I'll do half one of these. And I would say these probably aren't as difficult as I thought they were going to be to work with. I mean, they're obviously going to create a mess, but I would say a manageable mess. Let's do one more of these sort of brown colors here. We'll do this one. I think I'm gonna break it up first and then try to get it. And there is less resin in this cup than there is the others. So now we'll kind of move on to the glitter. And I won't do too many of these. So hopefully you can see how much I put in there. And then this one I'm just going to almost dump the rest of it in, or as much as I can. And then I'll do one with just a touch. You can see the color there. And I'll try just a little bit. Maybe like that, and try a lot. And both the glitter and the eyeshadow are found at the dollar store, so they were $1 each. And the next thing we're going to do is kind of mix a couple of these together, see what happens. And a couple of these I'm just going to swirl around a little bit with a toothpick, not all of them, but some of them. Okay, we're going to allow these to cure, and then we'll take a look tomorrow and kind of see what's going on. Hey guys, so it's been about 2.5 hours, and the only addition I did was this just Alumalite slow resin in a little plastic cup, just so we can kind of get an idea of how many bubbles you'll see without putting it in a pressure chamber or anything like that. The only thing I did to treat for bubbles is hit it with butane torch a few times, which you can see it kind of deformed the cup a little bit. The amount of bubbles, it really isn't too bad. Not compared to the East Coast resin or the Art and Glow. But the best one for least amount of bubbles without using a pressure pot or anything like that was the Angel Crafts. I left everything exactly where I put it last time. And we'll kind of go through and look at the eyeshadow first. So here's that sort of blue eyeshadow. And it does look a lot like the mica powders, like from the eBay one. This is sort of a greenish blue. And you can see it is still a little bit sticky in some areas. But I mean, 2.5 hours, none of the resins dried or cured that fast. So Alumalite so far is definitely the winner in that aspect. Most of them would take days before the majority of the resins even remotely cured. Oops. Here's the darker sort of, I don't know what color that is, but it's got a little bit of brown maybe to it. And this was the more golden looking one, which I think is the coolest looking one. And then for the glitters, and something with this much dye in it, you wouldn't even notice the bubbles, not with the Alumalite kind. And neither the glitter nor the eyeshadow seems to have impacted the curing in any way. This is sort of the one with very little glitter in it. And you can see in that one that I probably didn't mix it too well, because in the middle there's a bit of a space, and then there's a little bit of a space like it started to sink. And now onto the mixed ones. This was the gold and that sort of browner looking one. This one was sort of that blue and the sort of greenish blue, which you really didn't stir at all. And this is a little bit of each, two different glitters. These are the two different with a lot of glitter in them. Let's see. That looks like a glitter and a mica powder, which kind of has an interesting effect. And you can see the glitter on the ones mixed with mica powder. They seem to, the glitter seems to have sunk more to the bottom. This might have been the one of the eyeshadows as well. And this looks like a glitter in a mica powder. Oh, or did I just show you this one? No. See at the top, the sides, and the bottom. And this is another glitter in a mica powder, but we didn't mix this one much, and the glitter sort of just kind of sunk to the bottom. You can see a little bit on the top. And then this one is 2 different mica. Really looks nice. Of course, there's more of one color on the top or the bottom. So you probably want to swirl those or mix them well. It's another one with mica and glitter where the glitter kind of sunk to one side. But you can see we did try to stir it a little bit. And I don't know if I showed you this one. I might have showed, yeah, I showed this one already. It's still nice looking. Alright, that's about it for this video, guys. If you found it helpful, or if you want to support my my channel, go ahead and click the like button or subscribe. I'd appreciate it. So thanks for watching.